Holocrons of Fate gave us an interesting new perspective on, as the title suggests, Holocrons. It also delivered some touching character moments and very exciting hints towards future storylines, and we'll be covering all that and more in this video. The episode opens with a discussion about the Sith Holocron and Ezra questioning why Yoda would send them to Malachor if they weren't supposed to be using it. That's a great question, Ezra. I do think the primary reason Yoda sent them there was to see that no good can come from the desire to win at any cost. But Freddie Prinze Jr. in an interview conducted by Dash Star hinted that Yoda may have his own plans and ideas surrounding the Holocron, and that he did intend for them to retrieve it. It's a question I look forward to being answered. The main plot of the episode kicks into gear when Maul kidnaps Hera, Zeb, Sabine, and Chopper, demanding that Ezra and Kanan bring him the Sith Holocron. He also uses a very Kylo Ren reminiscent mind invasion on Hera to find Kanan's Jedi Holocron. However, he becomes enraged when he can't open it on his own. So Kanan takes Ezra to see the Bendu to get the Sith Holocron back. The Bendu himself seems completely apathetic to the situation they're in. It's like he wants to guide them and help them grow stronger in the Force, and he wants Kanan and Ezra to rebalance their relationship, but he also doesn't seem to care if Hera and the others or even Kanan and Ezra live or die. They both have to travel through the Krna spider caves to find the Holocron, and I think Ezra learns a lot inside. The Krna are very interesting creatures. As we learned in the first episode, they are almost like a reflection of the beings around them. Kanan approaches them with peace and tranquility, and they leave him unharmed. Ezra approaches them with fear and aggression, and they are aggressive in return. I think this was an important lesson for Ezra. He's been seeking new power through the dark side, but he sees firsthand that there are some problems the dark side can't solve. In this situation, the light side is a much stronger tool than the dark. Building off of that, Kanan assures Ezra that he never blamed him for his blindness and that he should forgive himself. Ezra again calls Kanan his master and hugs him, bringing balance back to their relationship. It was a really great, touching scene. After retrieving the Holocron, they make their way to Maul's location, which you may recognize if you read the Son of Dathomir comic. It's a location previously used by Maul and his Death Watch followers, and you can see that Maul still has a Mandalorian gauntlet fighter painted in his colors. Lots of nice little details here. Kanan rescues Hera and the others while Ezra and Maul join the two Holocrons together. The Bendu previously explained that joining the two Holocrons would open up the Force in such a way that any knowledge will become available. He also warns that doing so may be dangerous. This is a trope commonly explored, especially in sci-fi and fantasy. Too much power or knowledge will melt your face or burn your brain, and really the best you can hope for is simple insanity. But jumping to Legends, I think we can relate this to the character of Abeloth, who drank from the font of power, a dark side force nexus, and bathed in the pool of knowledge, a light side nexus. Doing so made her immensely powerful, and also a raving lunatic. I kind of see the joining of a Sith and Jedi Holocron as a lesser version of that. I also think it's very interesting that joining the two opposing forces opens up this deeply mystical power. This episode, and really this season so far, has all been about balance. Finding the balance within, but also finding balance within the Force. When the dark side and the light are made to work together, it's almost like they're at their strongest. I'm really looking forward to learning more about the Force and the more balanced approach to its use, rather than the two extremes followed by the Jedi and the Sith. Anyway, Ezra and Maul join the Holocrons and seek the knowledge thereafter. Kanan is able to intervene and pull Ezra away before any damage can be done, but not before we get some hints at what we might see later this season. It's something I have speculated might happen, and it was kind of a shot in the dark, but it looks like it's happening. Maul sees, quote-unquote, him. Ezra sees twin sons. As Maul makes his escape, he proclaims, "He's alive." I think Maul was searching for none other than Obi-Wan Kenobi, and even saw Tatooine. I guessed we might see the return of Kenobi and Tatooine this season, and that's looking very likely. Ezra, who was seeking the knowledge to defeat the Sith, says he doesn't know if what he saw was what Maul wanted or the answer to his own question. I think it could be both. Luke is of course also on Tatooine, and he's technically the key to saving Anakin Skywalker, who then destroys the Sith once and for all. Remember, Snoke and the Knights of Ren are not Sith. They're something new. That pretty much wraps up the important points of the episode, but I do have some stray thoughts I wanted to bring up. Maul originally claims he wants to join the Holocrons because he seeks hope. If he was being honest about that, his hope is that Obi-Wan is alive, probably so he can kill him. So he's seeking hope that he can have revenge. Maul's a really single-minded guy. Or maybe he wants to find Kenobi for a different reason. Maybe he's actually seeking his help. That could be an interesting turn of events, but I do hope they get to face off, and maybe Obi-Wan can kill him for real this time. Maul calls Kanan by his real name, Caleb Doom. I just love that it's finally being acknowledged in the show. When the Holocrons are joined, Kanan is able to see Ezra and Maul. I guess he sees them through the Force, but it also seemed like he actually physically saw them. I'm not sure what to make of that yet, but it's interesting. Finally, and here's the most nerdy and inconsequential note that I took, but we saw a two-seater A-Wing this episode. Something similar existed in Legends in the form of the R-22 Spearhead. It's possible that's what we're seeing here, or it'll just be a variation on the standard A-Wing. Either way, I think it's the first time we're seeing it in canon. Just like last week, we covered a lot today. What did you guys think of the episode? Do you have any questions about the Holocrons or a different interpretation of what Maul and Ezra saw? Did I miss any Easter eggs? Let's talk about the episode in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to see videos just like this breaking down every episode of Rebels. Also, please like this video, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.